that shit that you endorse, but you can't reinforce. Don't know the love code she tryna force, cause I can't read it more. If you ain't speak about money, then keep it short. Better acronym. I'm cool on new niggas, they wasn't with us. They went after.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Swagger940 coming at you with another video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff. And today we got some crazy news, bro. We're finally here. We made it. You know what I'm saying? We're finally here. Nothing. EA hasn't said anything specific yet, and that's really the portion of it that's like, oh, damn, we're getting this stuff before, but this is a trusted source right here. You know what I'm saying? This is Mike Straw. He did a release for UFC 5, and he got that right as well. So I think that this is the date. You know, everybody's been posting it and saying that this is it. So here we go. Let's just read this article. EA Sports UFC 6 planned for June release. You know what I'm saying? It's coming. It's on the way. To paraphrase Bruce Buffer, it's almost time to step back into the virtual octagon for the next EA Sports UFC game. The EA Sports UFC franchise hasn't seen a new game released since 2023. Oh my goodness. EA Sports UFC 5. Now, new information suggests that the next game is right around the corner. So if you're itching for a new UFC and video game experience, you won't have to wait long. It will be a busy summer for fight fans. Okay, that's what I like to hear. EA Sports UFC 6 release date leaked. The next game in the UFC franchise is slated to release in June 19th, 2026. Falls on a Friday, and that is when the game is reported to be released for both the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series family of consoles. Insider Gaming has also confirmed the release date for our sources. So it's official. If Insider Gamer has confirmed it for the sources, then it's official. No doubt. No doubt in my mind. The official release announcement is scheduled for soon. It is the last week of April, and the release announcement is set to take place at the very latest on the final day of the month. EA Sports UFC 6 coming to PC. Okay, we heard about this. It's supposed to be coming to PC, and that's going to be fire because of the mods and stuff. A PC port is also in development for the game, as Insider Gaming's Mike Straw, that's my guy right here from Twitter, you know what I'm saying? Mike Straw has previously reported. However, it was never planned to be released alongside the console versions. Okay, so it'll be a little bit later on. That's typically how it is with a lot of games anyway, so that's normal. And if the game does release on PC, it will be later in the year. At this time, no release window is certain. At this time, no details regarding any premium versions of the game are available. It is also unknown what kind of early access perks will be tied to upcoming release. Insider Gaming will continue to monitor the store and report any updates as more information becomes available. So there you have it, man. You know what I'm saying? No doubt, I'm curious to see when we're actually gonna start getting information directly from EA. Because like right now, it's all rumors and stuff. Even though this is pretty much set in stone, I wholeheartedly believe that this is the release date. If it's not that specific Friday, then it's gonna be somewhere within that month. A lot of the times I have been thinking that it was gonna be July, but June makes sense with all of the timeline and how it lined up with the stuff that we're getting and like the scanning of the fighters and stuff. Like it's got to be soon. You know what's also weird to me though is like, why are they waiting so long to scan people? You know what I'm saying? Like, is that like the final thing that goes into it? Like, did they already I've never made a game, to disclaimer, right? But is that like the final thing that they do to add it into the game after they've made the like framework for the game? If you know about that, let me know in the comment section. Just a thought I had. But other than that, shoot, hey, that's it really. As more information releases, I'll be posting videos about it and uploading so you guys can keep up with all of the information that's coming out and all of that great stuff. But right now, this is all we need. That's a couple months away. There should be a beta or something prior to it. You know what I'm saying? So they should be in alpha testing or something right now. And as soon as that's over, then it should be money. Shout out to my guy, EA Sports UFC on Instagram. He's been keeping us updated with everything. This is the same information. I just wanted to come and see what the comments were saying, essentially. It says EA Sports UFC 2 release on June 19th. Okay, we know this already. June 9th. This is Mike Straw's take. We're just going to go over it all. Why not? June 19th release on PS5 and Xbox Series X/X. PC version in development. Okay, but no word on if it will come at a launch or later this year. Okay. Somebody said, if it's on PC, I hope you can turn off crossplay because the game will be ruined so fast with mods and cheats. Now, I think the mods won't ruin the game necessarily. I think the mods will actually give the game longevity that every other UFC game is missing, really. Because towards the end of the life cycle, everybody's bored with the game or whatever the case is. Somebody's got a reason for something to not be playing it, you know, or whatever the case may be. So, cheaters, yeah, cheaters for sure. I mean, that anytime anything goes to PC, it's open for hacking and cheating and all that great stuff. So we'll just have to deal with that as it comes. I would prefer to deal with it if EA is gonna actually deal with it, properly. I would prefer to actually deal with it versus not have it on PC at all, because it cuts off a player base, and the mod ability I think is gonna be good for the game overall. Longevity wise. Somebody said this definitely gonna hold us down until GTA 6 for sure. Somebody said make this shit like UFC 2 and we good. I don't know. Someone also said all this hype for the same exact grappling and unrealistic striking system. Tired of the lame spammers that get rewarded for block breaking. I'm thinking from what I know or what I've heard about the game, like a lot of the stuff that we're dealing with as far as like exploits in the game, or things that are just like the clip spamming, and things that are just like the problem with UFC 5, I think they're going to be patched out, bro. Like, I'm not positive about that, but I do think that a lot of the stuff that we're dealing with now, we won't have to deal with in the future. It's going to be different stuff. Everything comes with its own stuff, right? That's just how it goes. But the stuff that's like super obvious stuff, like if they don't fix that, especially with them revamping the striking systems in the game, it's like the ground stuff probably is going to be similar issues, you know what I'm saying, like similar exploits. We won't really know until we get our hands on the game and we're actually able to play it and people figure that stuff out for themselves. But as far as the striking and stuff goes, with a revamped striking system, like there should be some changes that are major. That was what this game was. The striking system changed. UFC 5 did a whole new grappling system, which in my opinion is better than the one in UFC 4 and in UFC 3 as far as the submissions and stuff go. It's really difficult to make a game, a MMA game, or really any game really that is supposed to be realistic, because it's always going to be things that we can look and point at and be like, that's not realistic. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, they have to make it to where it makes sense and it's also balanced. So my biggest thing is, if the game is balanced, then we win. If the game's not balanced, then we lose. You know what I'm saying? Like, make the game balanced as possible, no matter what it is that y'all have to keep from 5, what it is that y'all get rid of from 5. Like, make sure that it's balanced, and also that's gonna add to the longevity of things. What our community is, the community of UFC, like EA Sports UFC Gaming, is like a smaller type community. Like, we want something that's gonna last for a long time, so we can all be entertained for the entirety of the time that the game is out, versus having to wait 3 years for UFC 7 and then like everything, we're burnt out like we are with 5. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of my opinion and my thoughts on that. Let me know what you think in the comment section, man. Other than that, it's been your boy Swagger940, man. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that great stuff like I said before. Peace. About fucking time. Let's go.
It's a new op on the block, and I'm trying to knock 'em out. Big R on standby, he's your